He already deals with some pretty major obstacles in being able to do what he wants to in life, and this has been an even greater obstacle for him. So as I said that prayer, I just said, please help us get to these appointments. It's so important. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our life in Holland. I keep thinking about yesterday. For those of you who did not see our video, Landon and I were up at Shriners Hospital for Children the entire day. It was a very long day. I took you guys along with us, but there are a few details that I didn't have a chance to share with you guys. I ended up coming home, running from one thing to the next, ended the night at the gym, came home exhausted and fell right asleep. Yesterday was one of those unique days in Holland with some unique little details that made it a day I will never forget. As you know, we celebrated the twins individually all last week, so went to bed Monday night, so tired. We were up all night that night. None of us really slept well that night because we had the craziest windstorm. So our windows were just creaking like crazy. Got up the next morning, got the other three off to school. Landon and I headed up bright and early. It's about a 50-minute drive up to Shriners Hospital, and it was a really important day for us. As we've talked about, Landon needs surgery. Landon has gotten very tight. He's having a much harder time than usual, and we're feeling very anxious to do something about it. These appointments were very important for getting the process rolling for surgery. Another reason why they were so important is because we were going for that bike evaluation, and one of the only ways that Landon can be active right now is to ride a bike. It already felt like a huge miracle that I was able to get into all of these appointments so quickly and get all three of them in one day. It almost never works out that way. I knew yesterday morning that I needed to get there on time because appointment 1 and appointment 2 were back to back. If I was late for 1, I wouldn't make it to 2, and if I missed 1, 3 wouldn't even take me. I was feeling a lot of pressure to get there early. Well, our 50-minute drive turned into an hour and 20 minutes. We got stuck in a major slowdown from an accident on the freeway. The beginning of the slowdown, I just kept thinking, okay, it's gonna be okay. Sometimes the GPS tells you it's gonna be a longer slowdown than it really is. It's gonna be fine. Well, then it turned into 10 minutes, and then 15, and then 20, and then 25, and then 30. And by the time I got out of that slowdown of traffic, I was feeling panicked inside. And I just knew in my heart that this was so important. I just said a little prayer in my head, and I just said, I know that these appointments are not life or death. And I know that they may not seem like a big deal, but Landon's not Landon right now. And Landon, 5 or 6 months ago, was running miles around the neighborhood with Justin, and right now he can barely walk across the room. And that's heartbreaking. Landon loves to be active. He loves to be out talking to people. He loves to be riding his bike, and Landon's in a lot of pain right now. And he already deals with some pretty major obstacles in being able to do what he wants to in life, and this has been an even greater obstacle for him. So as I said that prayer, I just said, please help us get to these appointments. It's so important. I'm a big believer in prayer. I'm a big believer that God is always aware of us, that He's in the details. But there are days where prayers seem as though they go unanswered, or they don't happen in the time frame that we're looking for. But for some reason yesterday, my prayer in my heart just seemed to be answered immediately. I'm not kidding you when I say that I must have hit 17 green lights in downtown Salt Lake City, and we got to Shriners in a record amount of time. We got in there, and this office that we've been to a million times is usually crowded. They were patient with the fact that we were a few minutes late. They got us back immediately. The doctor was ready for us. She got us through quickly, and she got us down to appointment 2 with 3 or 4 minutes to spare. It felt like we were being carried yesterday. It felt like everyone we came into contact with was extra kind and extra patient and extra caring towards Landon and I. Now, having said all of that, as we walked into our appointment, we were hurrying, and Landon didn't see the curb, fell really hard on his good hip, which is always hard to watch. You know, it looks like it must hurt so bad when he falls that hard. But he got up and he kept going, and he got through a 2-hour gait lab where they're having him walk up and down and squat and kick a ball and do all of this physical activity, which normally wouldn't be a huge deal for him, but right now, physical activity feels really strenuous for him. His hip starts to hurt, or he gets fatigued easily, he starts to have pain. So add the fact that he fell on his right hip and that was hurting him on top of the 2-hour gait lab. And by the time we got home last night, he was in a ton of pain. He could barely walk across the room, so we were icing both hips. But on the upside of it, we got all the information we needed to get the ball rolling for surgery, to give the doctor the best picture of exactly how he's walking. We got into that bike lab, which I talked about yesterday, on this incredible list to get this bike that we couldn't get anywhere else, that will make it so that he can have a bike to ride outside, be active, be with his friends. So many miracles and blessings that happened yesterday. Yet we still had our ups and downs. It wasn't a perfect day. And to be honest with you, it was a long day. And when I got home, I was doing laundry, I was helping the kids with homework, helping the kids with piano. I had to go to the gym late at night because I missed it that morning. And I laid on that mat at the end of my workout, at the very end of the day, and I just had this overwhelming feeling. That day wasn't easy. It wasn't a piece of cake. We still had some big ups and some big downs, but I had this overwhelming feeling in my heart that we weren't carrying it alone, that God was with us, that he was in the details. And it reminded me of my favorite Martin Luther King quote: if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, just keep moving forward. So there's another day in the life of our life in Holland. It's not perfect, but we just keep putting one foot in front of the other. We just keep moving forward. Yesterday was a beautiful reminder to me that whatever comes, the ups, the downs, the in-betweens, that if we just trust and keep moving forward, that God will give us the strength every single day.
All right, you guys, I am playing a little bit of Mr. Mom and Mr. Uncle today. I'm taking Ava and Miss Hazel here. Hello, Hazy Maisie, say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Hazel Dazel.
So, Miss Hazel from Mrs. Howie Bingham, we're taking her and Ava right now to music. And then later we have dance, right, girls?
Yeah!
And
look what she gave me.
What?
Candy!
As if you don't eat enough candy already, Ava. So we're off to music right now. I've got my sidekick here, as Mindy said. Annabelle, you look tired. And then we're off to dance a little bit later today. I don't think I've had better looking passengers than I do today in my car. These two back here, that one right there.
So Annabelle is on the seat trying to get to eat these.
The chippies. I want to know the best thing you learned today at school.
I learned about, I did my ABC work, and it's really hard because you have to do the letter and a little thing they drop.
You have to do like the uppercase and lowercase letters?
Yeah.
Is that what the little thing is? Okay, that is hard. That is challenging. Have you learned cursive yet?
No.
Cursive's kind of dying art. I don't know if any of you guys still write cursive out there, but it's kind of dying art.
I learned about weather and I saw rainbows.
Are you kidding me? What was at the end of the rainbow? Were there unicorns or leprechauns?
Someone was wearing a leprechaun hat.
At the end of the rainbow, there was a leprechaun?
Yeah, but
He was on a unicorn?
No, he wasn't.
He had cotton candy in his hand?
No.
Or gold?
When he was a little kid, he saw a rainbow and he wanted to get the gold, but he didn't find it. Gold is actually hidden very well. It's kind of hidden under the sea.
Under the sea.
Under sand and underground. So that's very hard to find. So I don't think he could find it because it's very hard to find. And I know how ice is made.
Oh, tell us.
It's like a little black gray circle. It looks like poop.
Are you talking about like ice, like water that's frozen?
Like water.
What's the gray part though that looks like poop? I'm confused.
So the gray part and the water mix together and it makes ice, and then it makes the ice crystal. Guys!
What's the gray part though? I don't know what that is. The clouds?
Ice crystal? Hey guys. No!
Well, there you have it, guys.
I know how rain is made of. Clouds. They come from clouds, so the clouds make the rain. I know how to make a rainbow, you know how? We've seen a rainbow before, right, Dad?
Oh yeah, and at the end of the rainbow was a unicorn with a leprechaun with gold and cotton candy.
No.
It wasn't? Girls, we've arrived. We've arrived. All right, girls. Highlights of music. I'm ready. Go.
Extreme close up.
Good! Good!
Wow!
Well, kind of good.
Are you like Ed Sheeran good?
No.
Are you like Ariel good or Belle?
I am pretty legit of all the princesses.
All right, little peanut girl, we're off to dance. Show me your best dance move. Okay, show me your best dance move. Ready, go. That's your best dance move? I love it. All right, we are off to dance. We are back. We are ready to go. We are down one girl, though. Girls, who are we missing? Who was with us before when we were on our way to music?
Me!
oh my goodness, ladies. Annabelle. Yeah. Yeah. Off to music, and then back home to do, I have no idea what to do. Today has been mobile working for sure. All right, love you girls, see you.
Bye. Ava, wait for me.
Didn't close the door. All right, y'all, I am back home after picking up Ava and Hazel from dance. Lindsay has gone to take turn to soccer. I know, it feels like every night you guys hear something about soccer. So she is off about 40 minutes west of us to take turn to soccer. Ashton is downstairs playing on the Oculus. Guys, this Oculus, by the way, if we have not talked about it, I know you saw a birthday video of the twins on Sunday. You will know that they got an Oculus Quest 2 for their birthday. So if you've not seen that video, go check it out. But I have been playing with it myself, and it's unreal. I mean, when they say virtual reality, an emphasis on the reality part, it seems so real. So there's this really cool game called The Climb. For those of you that know me, I love to rock climb. This game is perfect. I mean, you literally are rock climbing, and if you make one mistake, you fall, right? It feels that real. In fact, it feels so real that after the fact, when I take the goggles off my head, I actually like feel disoriented, I feel dizzy, I feel like, so it makes me feel a little bit funky actually, but it is truly like virtual reality. Anyway, if you have not seen that video, check it out, it's quite hilarious. There's a plank game where Ashton jumps off the plank and actually jumps into the wall, which is totally terrible. Brandon is a huge fan of these things. He absolutely loves the Oculus. He'll geek out on them all day. In fact, he's the one that kind of got us hooked on it. While Ashton's being entertained downstairs, just hanging out, playing on the Oculus, I'm gonna take little Annabelle on a walk because I don't think she got out much today, and I want you guys to come along with me. So, funny thing about Annabelle here, I don't know, I'd have to maybe look this up, maybe you guys can even fact check me on this, but I feel like her nose is starting to get a little bit more mature, because she's, what, 2 years old? So I don't know at what point their nose is mature, but she's picking up on everything, more so than she definitely was in the past. And so she gets a little ADD where she just will run, and all of a sudden she'll just stop and turn around and start sniffing stuff, which I know is normal for dogs, but I'm just telling you, she's picking up on more scents than she has before in the past. So I think her nose is starting to get a little bit more mature and starting to realize all those wonderful things that are out there for dogs to sniff. Are you tired? Let's go inside. All right, you guys, I am back home off the walk. Turn is back home from soccer practice. I am down here in the basement. Kids are nestled in bed. Turn's hanging out. He gets to stay up a little bit later than the rest of the kids because he's a little bit older. He's borderline 13, as you guys know. His birthday is next month on February 11th. Just give you guys a heads up. We'll be going into another slew of birthdays. This time we only have to do it for one person rather than two. Anyway, we wanted to thank you guys for hanging out with us today. You guys are incredible. I'm down here surrounded by some merch. If you guys have not checked out our merch, be sure to do so at ourlifeinholland.com. We have just a handful there left and some here. Again, quantities are limited. They are going fast, but if you guys want a shirt, sport it, send us pictures of it, post it on Instagram, we'll re-tag you in it. Thank you for being a part of our channel. Thank you for being part of our family. If you are new, be sure to subscribe down below, smash that like button, turn on those notification bells. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning.